Breaking news this evening, the Delaware Supreme Court decided today that former Delaware State Auditor Kathy McGuinness's conviction for official misconduct must be reversed. Live in the newsroom is Coast TV News anchor Mallory Metzner. Mallory, the state's highest court said there was insufficient legal cause for that charge.
Maddie, according to this 86-page opinion, the Delaware Supreme Court ruled that McGuiness had a fair trial overall, but reversed her official misconduct charge. However, the conflict of interest charge remains, and it's all about her daughter. The court upheld McGuinness's conflict of interest conviction, which involved hiring her daughter as a part-time employee in the auditor's office. The Supreme Court stated McGuinness received a fair trial in this conviction, and so that count stays. However, a majority of justices expressed concern that her official misconduct conviction was influenced by a, quote, spillover of evidence, and so a new trial is warranted on this count, but not both. Despite that win, in a statement from McGuinness's attorney Steve Wood, he says, quote, obviously we are disappointed by the decision, but we respect it. We are grateful that we had an opportunity to present our arguments to the court. Now, McGuinness was the first statewide elected official here in Delaware to be convicted on criminal charges while in office. Maddie, Charlie.
Thank you, Mallory. With the Delaware Supreme Court's ruling, the ball is now in prosecutors' court. So what happens next? The count that was upheld, conflict of interest, that stays on her record. And on that count, she was sentenced to 1 year probation and a $10,000 fine. But now that her official misconduct count has been reversed, prosecutors will have to decide whether they want to have a new trial on that one count or just let it go and it's all over. A Department of Justice spokesperson tells Coast TV they will make a decision in the coming days.
Speaking of prosecutors, Attorney General Kathy Jennings viewed today's ruling as a win for prosecutors. Despite that one charge being reversed, Jennings stated, quote, nobody should ever be above the law or beneath justice. Today's ruling vindicates that principle, end, unquote. Jennings' statement did not indicate whether or not her team would pursue another trial in the reversed charge.
Now for some more extra context. This case has gone on for years, and as today's opinion showed, it's not over. The charges were filed over 2 years ago by Attorney General Kathy Jennings, including felony charges. On July 1st, 2022, a jury found McGuinness guilty of 3 of 5 charges, but while finalizing the conviction, Judge William Carpenter tossed out a charge that was centered around state purchasing rules. 2 months later, McGuinness would lose her bid for re-election as state auditor in the Democrat primary. In August 2023, McGuinness filed a lawsuit against Delaware Department of Justice officials, including the Attorney General, Kathy Jennings, for defamation. It was November in that year that McGuinness appealed her 2 remaining convictions, and that was heard. And you might recall, Coast TV News anchor Matt Pensick had an exclusive interview with Kathy McGuinness during the height of this case. This is footage from that interview. McGuinness doubled down on her stance and gave new details that you only heard here on Coast TV. You can watch that full interview right now on coasttvnews.com.